Okay, welcome everyone to the Empath Toolkit with yours truly, Nicole Moore, who some of you guys know as Divine Earth Angel. And I'm really excited because today I am sharing with you guys the Empath Toolkit. And we're welcoming Brittany to the room. Brittany, hi. I am recording, so if you don't want your image on my channel, you can just turn off your camera, but if you don't mind, okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you're here for a reason. You were drawn to me because I put up the beacon, and those who were meant to hear this message were pulled to this video. So I'm really happy to have you guys here, and we're welcoming another viewer. And if you're new to the video, I'm actually recording, so if you don't want your image, you can just keep your camera off, no worries. But yeah, we're here to talk about the ways that we can protect ourselves as empaths, as highly sensitive people, as people who have spiritual gifts and who are awakened to the spirit world. So when we are born with this clairsentience, the ability to feel energy, we recognize that throughout our lives, we have actually been feeling and feeling the energy of others and letting other people's energies attach to us. If you've ever walked into a room and you can feel the heaviness, you can feel who just had an argument, who's a little sad, who doesn't really want to be there. You can feel that, and you think that everyone can, but it's actually a gift. It's called clairsentience, and I'm here to help you protect your energy. And I'm recording, so I'm only seeing a few people anyway who have their cameras on. So if you don't want to be seen, just keep your camera off. It's going to be mostly focused on my face, nonetheless. Just wanted to give you FYI. Welcome to the meeting. So for empaths, one thing that's very important for us on our spiritual journey and our journeys in general is to protect our energy, to know and decipher what's actually ours and what's actually our roommates or our moms or our boyfriends. And I'm going to share with you guys a few ways to do that, a few ways to protect yourself. And one of the ways that we can do this, that I do this every day, is shielding. We have the power to call on powerful light shields. So if you're unaware that we have spiritual support in the form of angels and spirit guides, now you know we have this support system, and every day you can ask your angels and spirit guides to shield you with a light shield. Archangel Michael is super cool and easy to connect with, and you can ask Archangel Michael, I'd like a light shield for today to protect me throughout my day, and bam, it's done. You ask, you receive. Because for the angelic realm, there's a law. We have free will, and in order for them to assist us in certain things, all we have to do is ask and give permission. So light shields are perfect. I usually give myself like a golden light shield. You can visualize it, you can ask for it. And if you aren't able to see it, that's okay. Just know that it's there. Just know and trust that that light shield is there protecting you. And I use a light shield for my day before I do any spiritual work, before I do any readings or healing sessions. Because by the way, if you guys are new, I am a psychic medium and a divine channel for angelic messages as well as an energy healer. So I do a lot of spiritual work and I do a lot of mentoring and healing. So I'm always shielded. But other than light shields, we have a lot of tools, and I'm here to help you build your toolkit. Something that you can use to protect yourself are crystals. Crystals are so amazing, and I have a few here to show you guys. This is called black tourmaline, and this is one of my favorite crystals, stones that I use when I am connecting with someone else's energy. I usually keep this on my lap when I'm doing a session because it's very protective. It also protects from like EMFs and like electromagnetic waves, well, frequencies. But we can also carry a few stones in our pocket or our purse, or we can wear them as jewelry. Hematite is really good for protection. We also have crystals known as black obsidian, black onyx. The darker crystals are usually very protective. Um, we also have like bloodstone. Bloodstone's very protective as well. It's actually kind of green, but it's a very good protective stone. And that would be very helpful for protecting you and helping any energies that don't belong to you bounce off and return to sender. So um, you can wear them. You can wear them as bracelets, rings, um, necklaces. I'm all crystalled out. Earrings. Lots of ways to connect with crystals. You can have them in your home. I have crystals on all of my windowsills, and I place them strategically throughout my home to just create like a protective bubble, a protective space for my home to protect from outside energies. Because before I learned how to do this, and as a medium, I naturally attract spirits because I can hear them, I can see them, I can feel them. So they're like, hey, I've got messages. And I'm like, not right now. So boundaries is very important. You can set up energetic boundaries with the spirit world. You can ask your angels. I usually tell people to ask like Archangel Metatron or Archangel Michael to help like shield your home, shield you, your space. You can even ask them to shield your children, your family, and you're good to go. But crystals can also protect your space very effectively. You'll want to cleanse them occasionally, like every now and again, maybe put them outside for sunlight. For some crystals aren't very good in sunlight, like amethyst, but most of the time sunlight's good for most crystals. Moonlight's great for clearing and charging crystals. So that is a very powerful way to protect yourself, protect your energy. But as I mentioned briefly about boundaries, we're all here because we are all open and awakened. And if you haven't noticed proof of that yet, I want you to know that just pay attention and be easy on yourself and ask for support from your angels and team as more of your gifts start to awaken. Because if you're here, you're here for a reason. And as you start this journey, especially if you have the ability to hear spirits or see spirits or feel them, you'll want to set up those energetic boundaries. I know when I first started awakening to my clairvoyance, I started seeing, they just like seeing all the spirits and hearing them. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to get any sleep unless somebody turns the volume down on this connection. So I asked the angels to help and to kind of turn down that frequency, like set up that energetic boundary, like one at a time when I'm open to it, and shut it off until I give you permission to connect with me. So you can ask your angels and guides to set up a boundary and energetic shield for you so that you're not being bombarded with messages 24/7, because that can be a lot. And yeah, so another way that we can, so we've covered protection pretty well. We've covered crystals, light shields. So for light shields, there's lots of different colors, and any color is great except for like black, because you want to have a color that can transmute and shield you from energy. So divine white light shields are great when you're about to connect with angels and spirit guides, but you got golden light shields. You can have pink light shields. Purple light shields are good for psychic protection. We also have green light shields for healing, blue light shields for calming, lots of different kinds. You can look them up if you want more information. I'll probably do a video about this on my channel. By the way, my YouTube channel is Divine Earth Angel. And yeah, so we've covered crystals, we've covered shields, we've covered boundaries, but also as an empath, you have lots of abilities, and you may not know what those all are yet, but there are ways that you can tap into it and strengthen your abilities. And once again, we're talking about crystals. So I'm going to share with you a few crystals that I have in my toolkit that help me connect to the angels and my spirit guides. And one of the best is amethyst. Amethyst is incredible for increasing your psychic awareness and connecting and building on your spiritual growth. So you can meditate with amethyst, keep it in your room, keep it wherever you have a meditation area, creative space. I sometimes sleep with these under my pillow, like amethyst under my pillow, and it will definitely increase the dream space for connecting with spirit guides and angels, and I get messages in my dreams. So amethyst is really good to put under your pillow. I also wear amethyst all the time. But I'm going to give you guys like my secret weapon. This crystal is no lie, like the most powerful crystal I've come across thus far. And if you want a psychic experience, this is called Merlinite, aka Indigo Gabbro. And let me tell you, this comes with a disclaimer. If you use this with the intention, or even without intention for a psychic a vision or a message, it may be so powerful that you might have to like put it down, because I put this under my pillow and the visions were so intense. I woke up and I had to take it out of my pillow and put it far away because that's how intense it was. Slowly, I started to acclimate to its energy and its power. And now it's not as intense where I can't control it or handle it. Now I use this every time I'm doing a reading or doing a session with a client. So Indigo Gabriel, super powerful. We also have Angelite, which is really, really nice, very gentle energy. You will not experience the same crazy power as the Merlinite with this one, but this one's also really good for helping you make angelic connections. So Angelite is really good for that. Another one is Celestite, also very gentle, very calm, very grounding as well. But this definitely helps you raise your frequency so that you can make angelic connection. I'm actually gonna take a tiny break for questions if anyone has one, because it's 1:11 right now. And as you know, angel numbers are signs. So anyone have a question for me? You could just unmute yourself and ask, and I'll tackle it. Nope. Okay, cool. I will continue then. Okay, so now that I've talked about we also have like rose quartz, which is also a very good stone to use and keep in your toolkit, because this crystal is all about the frequency of love, and it's also very gentle, very powerful healing crystal. So you're definitely going to want, so if I would tell you the first crystal, if you're just starting your crystal journey and just starting your toolkit, I would say always have rose quartz, amethyst, black obsidian or onyx, or hematite, and smoky quartz. Those would be the ones I would say to start off with if you're just starting to collect those crystals and start your toolkit. Okay, so now we're going to talk about clearing. We talked about protecting our energy, but we also need to, occasionally we pick up stuff and it's not ours. We don't know where we got it. We could have gotten it from the grocery store, and we've brought something home with us. We brought someone's bad energy, someone's pain, someone's grief in the checkout line, and we've brought it home. And now it's time to clear our energies. And just got a little dark. I think the clouds are going by my house. So a few ways to clear energy. So we have another crystal called selenite, and the selenite wand or selenite in any form is very, very clearing. You can actually set the intention that with the selenite wand, I'm going to clear my energy, and you run it along your aura. Run it along your aura, and it picks up and removes any energies that don't belong to you. You can do it with uh, you could do it with like black tourmaline as well. You can hold the black tourmaline and you can say, I release any toxic or negative energy or anything that doesn't belong to me into the earth, and it will work. You can also use frequency. So I have a singing bowl here, and frequency is very effective for clearing out static and lower energies. So I'm not going to bang it really hard for you guys and kill your ears, but you can like give it a few, and that frequency, even that low frequency, it vibrates throughout your energy and aura, and it can remove attachments and things like that, especially if you set an intention with it, that I set the intention that I will clear this space or clear my energy with this frequency. And we also have the well-known sage bundles that you can burn. You can burn sage, you can cleanse yourself going under your soles of your feet, up your body to your crown. Make sure you say a smudging prayer, which is just an intention. I now clear anything that doesn't belong to me. One of my favorites that I actually feel like Palo Santo, Palo Santo is my favorite. It doesn't have as intense of a smell. This smells a lot sweeter, but you can burn Palo Santo as well and use that like a sage bundle. And you can use it in addition with a selenite wand. You can use them both together for an even more powerful kick. And it's very, very powerful. It works. I won't get into too much of like the deeper stuff that can be cleared, but we'll do another video about the entities and like the heavier things. But right now we're just going to cover the basics. So any questions up to this point before I move on? So we're 1:15 now. Lovely. I love seeing you guys' faces. It's awesome. Okay, so another thing that you can use for protection are candles. You can actually program candles. This candle that I have is actually a black candle, would be very protecting, but you can set the intention for like any candle. This one's actually green, but if I wanted to program this candle with protection, I would put both hands around the candle and I would speak out my intention. I said, I'm actually not going to program this one protection because this one's programmed for abundance. So I'm not going to cancel out that. But let's say you were going to program a candle. You would hold both hands on it and you would set the intention. I set the intention that this candle will be used for powerful protection. And you can actually even like carve into it like a rune, or carve into the side of the candle the protection, put a Reiki symbol on it. There's many ways. Candles are very powerful because they use elemental energy like fire, and that's a very powerful protection. Okay, let me see if there's anything in the chat that I'm missing. Okay, no, okay, we're good. Okay, so let's see. Another thing that you guys can use is, so for another thing that you can use for clearing that I mentioned is the Palo Santo, the sage, the crystals, the candles, the frequency. You can actually turn on, I actually have like some like high frequency music playing in the background. There have been times when I've been traveling and I've been in like Airbnbs, like during my journey learning to clear spaces, where I learned about frequency from like YouTube videos. Like there's clearing frequencies and things like that that you can turn on your phone and you can let it play out and let that clear the energy, or you can meditate to that energy to clear your energy. and protect your space and clear your space. So those are all very, very powerful. And also, as an empath, as we go on our journeys and come more into our powers and start to experience more spiritual awakenings and our spiritual gifts awakening more, um, it can be a little intense. So you're going to want to make sure that you're surrounded by supportive people, that you're not, hanging out with, people that are draining of your energy, because part of energetic hygiene is what you consume. So if you're consuming gossip and like people that just speak negatively all the time, or even like shows that are like very heavy, and you may not realize it, how much it's affecting your energy. I have clients that I'm teaching mediumship that say, I was watching Unsolved Mysteries and I started to have visions of what happened to that girl. And I'm like, that's part of your gift, but you can protect your energy by what you consume. And that may mean different things for different people. That may mean that you need to stop, paying attention to the news as much, or, like I said, gossip or negative threads on Facebook, social media. It also may mean you need to, you know, make adjustments to your diet, because what we consume affects us. So there may be some processed foods that no longer align with you, or you may realize if you remove certain things from your diet that you actually feel less anxious or moody. I had to remove a lot of stuff from my diet. I'm not saying my path is your path. You really have to be intuitive about it and maybe ask for guidance on what no longer fits my energy. So I had to remove like gluten and dairy and like meat products, because I became so sensitive that I would get like rashes. And I actually get rashes from like negative energy. So I'm very clairsentient, and so you have to protect yourself on what you consume as well. So after removing a lot of things from my diet, like a lot of the up and down mood swings that would sometimes occur, completely gone. So much balance within, and so much more mental clarity. And I'm able to channel a lot better now that I've changed my diet. Isn't that crazy? Like removing caffeine was big for me. Like it was hard, but removing caffeine, I can actually channel a lot easier and hold the connection a lot longer. So reflect within on what that means for you. You can actually ask for guidance on this. You can ask your angels, you can ask your spirit guides, are there any dietary or changes that I need to make that will assist my spiritual growth? And then you pay attention to what comes to you, because the answer may come to you immediately through a song or a phrase, or you can hear them speaking like I can. And it could also come through signs. You may hear someone speaking about their journey to veganism or pescatarian, and you hear it a few times and like, okay, well, maybe I should try that, and then see how that helps your body and your energy and your spiritual growth. And there was something else I was going to mention, and I'm trying to remember before it goes away. um, yes. So, okay, guys, I'm going to give you another hack, a life hack, spirit hack. And I kind of mentioned it earlier about dreams. And I want you guys to know that you have the key. You have a key to open up a whole new world within your dream space. I've actually been like astral traveling and like connecting with angels since I was a child. Did not know that's what it was. I would just wake up with lots of cool stories. I would sleepwalk and everyone would be freaked out. But there's a whole nother world out there. And if you set the intention before you go to bed that you're going to connect with your spirit guides or your angels or Archangel Michael or ancestor, whatever, you want to connect with that is for the highest good of all, you can set that intention before you go to bed. And you can also ask the angels to help you remember these dreams, because that's the key. You can have all cool adventures all night and then wake up and they're gone. You forgot it. And you're like, ah. Oh. So you can ask, it's 1, 2, 3 right now. 1, 2, 3 on the time. You can also ask them to help you recall the dreams, to remember the dreams. And one thing that's going to help you with this is writing them down. So write them down when you awaken. That's going to help you train your brain to remember more information, and it's going to help you train to lucid dream. And like I said, put amethyst under your pillow, or angelite, or labradorite, which is another great crystal for that. And if you're ready, try merlinite. And just keep track of what you're seeing. You may have you may see symbolism. Sometimes I'll see, feathers, and I'll wake up and I remember I saw a red feather. What does a red feather mean? There's a message there. Or I see a shark. I wake up. What's that shark mean? What's that shark message? There's a lot of information out there that you can tap into and research, because we have spirit animal messages. Colors have messages. Like, there's lots of signs and messages in symbolism. So write it all down, research what it means, and you'll figure out what resonates as your message. And have fun, going on these adventures and connecting with the angels through your dreams is a lot of fun. You'll get a lot of information. You can really get clarity on what part of your path is next. Like, if you're at a crossroads and you're not sure which way to go or which job to take or who to trust, you can ask for a vision. I say the intention that I will receive a vision on this scenario to have clarity, and it'll be given to you. So you just have to train yourself to remember it. That's the thing. So that's all I have today for the Empath Toolkit 101. I will be doing more, and I hope to see you guys in more of these videos. But first, if there's any questions, I'm happy to entertain them. If not, let me know. Any questions?
I do have one.
Yes.
So when you spoke about kind of like trying to distance yourself from people who drain your energy, what happens if you can't? Like, if you live with that person, do you just have to work heavier on your shield or refresh, or any tips for that?
Yes, if you are so if you're in a situation where you cannot escape it, okay, cool. So if you're in a situation when you cannot escape it, you really have to focus on those boundaries. Those boundaries are going to be a saving grace for you, so that, there's no manipulation or psychic vampirism. Boundaries are going to be very important. And you're going to need a sacred space that is just your space, that you can make so high vibe with your crystals and, your singing bowl, and this where you meditate.
Mm-hmm.
You need a sanctuary where you can go and
Okay.
a safe space. And yeah, you're just going to have to, daily grounding, shielding, nightly clearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Any more questions? Okay, guys, I was so happy to see you all today. This was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I will definitely keep you all posted on the link and when, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.